So here in my brushes, you see the zprojectBrush, which I have a lot of brushes. So a lot of times I'll go in and I'll hit a key on my keyboard so that I can hone that down to a search for just exactly what I'm looking for. So anyway, here's the zprojectBrush, and within ZBrush you can see the orc that I've been working on. Here I have a quick mesh that I've worked up. I really started working this mesh up just to show off the zproject tool as an example, but then once I got into working on it, it just sort of started to turn into something that I like. So I'm probably going to end up keeping it and turn it into something. So anyway, I'll stop babbling about that and get on to the zprojectBrush. So anyway, here we've got the zprojectBrush loaded, and you can see it, by default it's set to RGB, and what this will do pardon me, is with it set to RGB, it will pick up color value from whatever subtools are beneath this current subtool you're working with. So if I start painting, you can see right there that whatever we can see in a straight-on projection from our viewport, it will apply right onto the poly paint of whatever mesh we're using. So now if I turn my view, you can see how that worked out. This has a lot of interesting uses. I mean, I can go through right here and just transfer the texture from my orc directly upstream to this mesh if I want. Which, considering, I mean, this is a helmet sort of design, it really would be silly to do that. But as a point of example, it works well for that. You can also transfer mesh details using the Z-sub function. And here you can see, as I stroke my brush over the mesh, you can see it's pressing that mesh in until it hits whatever subtools are visible. This can be really handy if you're working on a clothing design or costumes and whatnot that need to get really form-fitting after you've worked up your basic topology. So here you can see I'm just shoving that mesh back in really tight around the nose and eyes. Let's go into my subtools and I'll turn off the orc himself. Let's turn off his eyes too. And there you can see how much that transfers through. So, and just for the fun of it, I'm going to do a smart resymmetry on this. Give it a second. Well, something didn't take there. Didn't quite like that. It's all right. There we go. We'll do it at the lowest resolution. And kind of gives an interesting shape just to build back from if I wanted to do a little bit more with this. So from there I can just kind of sculpt out some details, actually just smoothing the mesh back out from where I pressed it in. You'll see we get this really natural, form-fitting kind of shape. Now I'll grab an inflate brush and come back through, inflating that back out just slightly. Oh, somebody's getting a phone call. So then I'll go back down to my lowest resolution. mask that side. Do a smart resymmetry. And there you can see how we've finished up this basic shape. Go back through one more time and smooth out the colors and a little bit of leftover bumpiness from the Z projection. And just so we can see this a little more clearly, let's flood it with a neutral gray. And there we go. So hopefully that sheds a little light on some of the uses of the zprojectBrush.